Hey, this is Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to talk about the actual cost for $25,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 51-year-old male. Now, first thing you need to understand is you can just go to just about any page on our website at funeralfunds.com, click the state that you live in, coverage, and just fill in your birthday info and click Get Quotes. It's going to show you all the insurance companies available in the state you live in, or certainly all the best ones with the lowest rates. And by the way, we're licensed in all 50 states, and you'll be able to see rates and everything. It's the same quoter that we actually help people get pricing on and everything. So you can also call us toll-free, 888-862-9456. Now, first thing you want to know if you're looking at $25,000 worth of insurance for a 51-year-old male is that going to be enough for your final expense needs? Now, if you're going to be, say, cremated, the actual cost of cremation right now is between $1,000 to $2,000. Now, that's if you just come home in a cardboard box or an urn. So $25,000, surely enough for that. Probably overinsured, by the way. And if you're going to get a cremation and have some sort of ceremony, like a remembrance of life or celebration of life ceremony, something like that, that's probably going to be $3,500 to $4,500. So again, $25,000, more than enough coverage, perhaps even overinsured a little bit. But just keep in mind that if your budget is fairly tight, and most of the people we work with here at Funeral Funds are on fixed or limited incomes, if you just need to get $5,000 or $10,000 right now, go ahead and do that. We can always help you add more coverage. But financially, if you have a little bit more means to afford a little bit more, you can look at $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 if that fits your budget. And, getting more coverage will inflation-proof your plan and, just make sure that your family never has to worry about this in the future. But again, if money's tight, get what you can afford. Now, if you're going to get buried, the average cost of a burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000. And I can tell you one thing, $10,000 is not going to get you a very fancy funeral, but it should get it done in just about every part of the country. We find it hard to imagine that if you'd walked into a place with a $10,000 check, they wouldn't work with you and get things done. If not, that you could just walk down the street and talk with one of their competitors, and we don't think they'd like that. But just be aware that $10,000 will cover it right now, but at age 51, what happens if you make it to 61, 71, 81? That's not gonna cut it. So you would probably want a little bit more coverage. Just inflation-proof your plan, maybe $15,000, $20,000, $25,000. It'll just depend on your budget. But again, get what you can afford right now, and you can always add more coverage later. That's kind of my message there. Now, the other important thing is first-day coverage. You want to get first-day coverage or benefits, and that's what we help people with at Funeral Funds of America. And the reason that's important is there's a lot of plans out there that have 2-year waiting periods. And if you died of a health or medical reason in the next 2 years, they wouldn't pay out a penny in death benefit. So you don't want that, because even though you're age 51, we don't know if you're going to live another 20 seconds or another 20 years. So a lot of people would say, yeah, but those first day coverage plans have health questions. And yeah, you're right, they do. But we work with enough different insurance companies that we typically have no problems working around health issues unless it's something really significant. We've got 90-95% first-day coverage approval rates. Now, the only thing would be is if you, again, something really significant like, maybe you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or you had dementia, or you're on dialysis, or you are in a hospital or in a nursing home, then we'd have to look at a different type of plan or maybe recommend you out to a different company. The other thing is, seems like every week we get a call from somebody that says, hey, we had a family member die, and they're down at the funeral home, and they didn't have insurance. We don't have any money, and the funeral home's not going to do anything till they get money in their pocket. So we need to get this insurance right away. And we have to let them know that there's no insurance company in the United States that offers insurance policies on people who've already died. It doesn't work out that way. And it's really tragic that the family member who passed away, they knew they were going to die at some point in their life, and they didn't take care of this. And now they've left this emotional and financial burden on their loved ones, which is absolutely terrible. So don't be that person. Don't be that person. Insurance is affordable, and if you can get it at age 51, lock it in so you don't have to worry about it. Now, we don't recommend companies that have 2-year waiting period plans, because they won't pay any death insurance benefit if you die of a health or medical reason in the first 2 years. Now, Colonial Penn's one of those companies. Their $9.95 plan is. And so if you die in the first 2 years, they're not going to pay out any insurance death benefit, only return your premiums plus a percentage, which is not great because you want the death benefit. You just don't want your money back. That's silly. There's other companies out there too that are 2-year waiting period, like Mutual of Omaha has your United of Omaha product, and we got AIG and Gerber. And there's a bunch of other companies out there too that they only sell 2-year waiting period plans. And some of those companies have done a pretty good job of convincing, the American public that anybody over age 50, the only thing they can qualify for is a 2-year waiting period. Nothing could be further from the truth because we help people every single day with first day coverage. So don't fall for such nonsense. Be an educated consumer. Now, a lot of people would think about the Colonial Penn plan, age 51 male, and go, oh my gosh, for like $9.95, I could probably get $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 for $9.95. And then they go on the website or they talk with one of their agents and find out that a male age 51, for $9.95 can only get $1,620. That's probably not even enough for a cremation these days, where you come home in a cardboard box and earn. And it really doesn't matter though, right? Because it's got a 2-year waiting period. And, it's not going to pay out anything for the next 2 years anyway, and things are going to be more expensive due to inflation. So just keep in mind, sometimes if things sound too good to be true, they probably are. Let's jump down, though. Colonial Penn's got per unit pricing, so you're always going to end up, for a 51-year-old male, end up with these kind of goofy pricing like $1,620. You can't get like a $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. They only offer up to 15 units. We're going to max this out and see if that's close to $25,000. Okay, so roughly $150 a month. You can 15 units. That's $24,300. So just shy of $25,000. Let's go compare this to first day coverage and see if there's any money to be saved. So $25,000 male, age 51 right here. All right, we're going to get the quote. Let's go back here. Again, this is $150 for roughly $25,000. And click our quote. And okay, so you see here, Trinity Life, great insurance company. We work with them. Level coverage, first day coverage. They're $66 versus, again, for about the same amount of money. Colonial Penn's $700 less, but that's $150 roughly versus, $66. So Colonial Penn is well more than 200% more expensive than this first day coverage company. And Colonial Penn has a 2-year waiting period, and you will overpay on that policy for the rest of your life. So this is just $150. We'll round up this $150. That's $50. That's $70. So Colonial Penn's roughly $84 more a month. So roughly $960 more a year. If you live another 10 years, you're going to overpay $9,600 roughly for the same policy. Why would you overpay almost $10,000 when you could save money and keep that money in your own pocket and get first day coverage and lock in at the lowest pricing? I don't know. But if you want to save money, and in this case, lots of money, just reach out to us and we can help you out with this. Let's see if there's any other insurance companies here that advertise quite a bit. Oh yeah, like Lincoln Heritage, fine company, level first day coverage. They're just more expensive. They've got a deal where when you pass away, they will call 2 or 3 funeral homes, something like that, maybe do a couple other things. And, supposedly kind of help your family out a little bit there. But they charge for that. It's not free. So that's $104 versus 66. So let's just say it's roughly $40 more a month. That's roughly $480 more a year. After 10 years, that'd be roughly $4,800. So $4,800. So you got to ask yourself, is that worth paying a company right around $4,800 more? Is it worth them to do that, to call 2 or 3 different places and maybe do a couple of things for your family? So most people would say that's a lot of money. It's probably not worth it. But What we do at Funeral Funds, we've got a free funeral and estate planning guide. We provide that free of charge. You can fill that out, say who gets what goes where, and what happens the day you die. You know, flowers, kind of just burial, cremation, all that stuff. And it's everything's just laid out, and your family will know that you were thinking about them well in advance, and that you loved and cared about them enough to protect them, not only financially, but emotionally. But the side benefit is when you fill that out and you keep it with your policy, they will have everything they need, and they will know that you are just loving and caring them, care about them. And they may not know this, but you just saved a lot of money, you know, versus going with a company that's going to charge a lot more, like Colonial Penn. So you may as well keep that money in your own pocket, spend that money on your family while you're alive. You'll have those memories while you're still here, and they'll have those memories for the rest of their life. Any other companies, and you'll be able to see all these different companies that we're talking about here. It'll be on that quarter that you have access to, like Lumico here, $100 versus $100 versus 66, so that's roughly $40 more. You know, so 40 is $480 a year. That's $4,800 after 10 years. So, yeah, just make sure you get the best pricing. We can help you out with that. Check out our quoter and just fill the quoter out right here. You can get actual prices. We've got a specific one for YouTube, funeralfunds.com/YouTube. And that'll get you the most discounts and everything for our YouTube listeners. You can call us toll free, 888-862-9456. Talk with one of our licensed agents. And if you just want to price shop what you have, we can help you there. If you want to add coverage to what you have, we can help you there. If you need a new policy, we can help you. If you just want to talk with somebody and get some information, we can help you there too. So we look forward to helping you out with this in the future. Until that day comes, you take care, you stay safe. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.